Rod, here's something that I just don't think we think about all the time, and that is our hearing, because we all hear just fine, or so we think. Well, here's what struck me. It was some research done at Johns Hopkins, and they have concluded, get this, nearly 1/5 of all Americans 12 years or older have hearing loss that is so severe that it may make it hard to communicate. 12 years or older, 20% of the people. So what would the statistics be as we get older, when we know that life experiences causes our hearing to go down, but sometimes I don't even think we notice it. And to talk about that today, I want to bring in Paul Riding. He's a hearing aid dispenser. He is with Audibel Hearing Center. Audibel Hearing Center is a Gephardt-approved company. That means I have investigated their business practices, I've investigated the way they treat their customers, and as a result, I trust Audibel Hearing Center, and I've invited Paul Riding to come on board to talk about this research at Johns Hopkins. Paul, good afternoon.
Hi, Bill. Thanks for having us on.
What do you think of this? Really? I mean, do you agree with this from your findings, just testing people's hearing, that nearly 1/5 of Americans 12 years or older have hearing loss so severe it may make it hard to communicate?
Absolutely, Bill. We've known this in our industry for a long time. Maybe it's not well known, but because of recreational noises, occupational noises, millions of people in our country have hearing loss that goes unnoticed.
Well, sure. But we're talking about 50, 60, 70-year-olds. That's what there may be, I guess, my thinking anyway, a small fraction of people who have hearing loss who are, I don't know, in the pre-teenage years to teenage years, that is going to be so severe that it's going to make it hard to communicate. But that's why I'm usually thinking 60-year-olds, but apparently that's not it.
Younger and younger people are being affected nowadays, mostly because of recreational noises, Bill.
Really? So,
and youngsters also have, some infections and diseases that can affect them also.
Okay, that is tubes, right? We put
Correct.
some tubes in, and then they're the hearing tubes, I guess, controversial hearing tubes, and then it drains their ears and they're better. But I have never heard that many youngsters might have hearing loss that's that bad.
More and more all the time.
And what is this coming from? It's more and more all the time. This is an increasing percentage. So for these young people, what is this coming from? For my age, it was listening to rock bands or whatever. What is it now?
Well, it's the same thing. Our world is full of loud noises, and hopefully those youngsters are getting it from mowing lawns, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's more the recreational noises, those earbuds they put in their ears.
Earbuds.
Causes some damage with the loud noise.
I wonder how much earbuds have to do with this. The fact that youngsters are plugging in their computers to their ears. What are you finding?
Quite a bit. Well, there's not a lot of research on it, but obviously that Johns Hopkins has picked that age 12, and we're finding it more and more all the time. We deal mostly with older individuals, but we encourage everyone to have their hearing tested, especially youngsters if their parents suspect that they have a hearing loss. The Surgeon General, of course, suggests that anyone over the age of 50 has their hearing tested once a year.
We're talking about what is stunning to me is not that number, not that age group. It's the younger age group. Now, when I was in school, back in the 50s and 60s, they tested our hearing when we were in elementary school almost all the time. Are they still doing that?
Yes, sir. They still do, and they should have their hearing tested no matter where. They don't have to come to us or anywhere. Go see your physician. Have your hearing examined. Have it tested regularly. That's what we suggest.
Now, the thing is, I am told, and I don't know much about this. Maybe you do. That if you are losing your hearing and you might not know it, it gets to the point where if you don't take care of this early, we can pump all the sound we want into that person's ears and they may not be able to interpret the sound?
Right. We hear with our brains, not our ears, and sometimes a person lets it go way too long, and they forget what certain sounds are like, and it's harder to be corrected the longer a person waits. That's true.
Just I wonder about kids in school. When they seem, reasonably intelligent, but they get to school, I wonder if they just can't hear sometimes. And can you fix such things?
Can we fix such
Yes.
things? Well, absolutely. We can certainly try, but a person would want to consult their audiologist or their physician to help in that and to consult in that. It certainly can be corrected.
There is the notion of exposed hearing aids. They're getting smaller and smaller, aren't they?
They are getting smaller and smaller, and less conspicuous. Even if they're outside of the ear, they're getting less conspicuous. A lot less stigma these days on hearing aids than there was in the past.
And your whole point, one way or the other, at Audibel Hearing Center is get your hearing tested one way or the other.
One way or the other. That's our emphasis. Have your hearing test. We do that. We screen people's hearing without any cost or obligation, and we just encourage. We've mentioned that several times so far, and we want to continue to emphasize that point.
Paul Riding, with Audibel Hearing Centers, I appreciate you taking a few minutes with us this afternoon, because frankly, it stunned me that nearly 1/5, 20% of Americans 12 years or older have hearing loss, quote, so severe it may make it hard to communicate. Were you aware of that, Rod?